Vanakkam. Greetings to all Indian Forest Service aspirants. Once again, a warm and hearty welcome to all of you to my YouTube channel, SYLVA, a ladder to reach cannot be. Friends, last video it was about the forest management. Today, we are going to see the important contents of another important chapter, that is forest working plan. Forest management is incomplete without forest working plan. So today we are going to see the contents of this chapter, forest working plan. Similar to any natural resources, forest resources also very critical. Hence, it requires a written document based on certain prescriptions through which the forest management can be achieved. So forest working plan in simple terms can be said as it is a written scheme of management aiming at continuity of the forest policy. There are various policies formulated in our country starting from 1894, 1952 and 1988. These working plans are aiming to achieve the forest policy in a longer term. Before started seeing about the forest working plan, its preparation and various components, various objectives, and the various authorities through which these working plans are prepared, and in detail about the forest working plan preparation, we will be initially seeing about the basic things, that is the forest planning, evaluation, and monitoring tools. Similar to any management concept, the planning is an important component. So hence forest planning, which may give about the short-term planning and long-term planning, and what are these short-term and what are the long-term plan, how it can be achieved. And once this plan is prepared with the long-term and short-term objectives, then there need to be a various tools which are known as evaluation and monitoring tools. These tools, these monitoring tools are helpful in overseeing whether these objectives are properly achieved in a given time frame or not, followed by the important approaches for the integrated planning, since forests are not only managed for a single objective. Just it is not only managed for achieving a timber or any single purpose. There are multi-purpose for which generally forests are managed. So the various approaches required to manage the forest, that is the integrated planning with various objectives. It may be a biodiversity conservation, it may be a non-timber forest products improvement, it may be marketing, it may be ecotourism or anything. So in order to fulfill the various objectives, the various approaches which are helpful in achieving the integrated planning will be also dealt here. As, as I mentioned earlier, the multi-purpose development of forest resources and forest industries development also dealt in detail. These approaches are quite helpful for preparing the working plan for any given forest area. Generally, forest working plans are prepared for a district or a forest division. After the forest planning, the monitoring tools, the next important thing is about the forest working plan preparation. These working plans, as I mentioned, that this is a written scheme of management aiming at continuity of the forest policy. Hence, it requires a detailed preparation of managing the forest or the natural resources. So how the working plans are prepared and what are the various chapters, and based on which prescriptions these working plans are prepared will be dealt here. There are various working plan codes are available which are the basis for preparation of working plan. Recently, the working plan code 2023, which opened in the recent time only, and before that, National Working Plan Code 2014 was used for preparing the working plan across the country. These working plans are generally prepared for the duration of 10 years, and every forest division need to be worked based on the working plan prescription only. This will be giving a complete detail of how the working plan and how the forest areas in a particular division to be managed, what are the various treatment to be proposed in given forest area, and the different working circles are proposed. Working circles are nothing but the similar set of prescriptions given for a particular area, like a given forest division divided into various working circles, and every working circle is given with a uniform set of prescription. So these important details will be dealt in detail in the future chapter, and followed by the working plan, the another important terminology, that is the working schemes. These are the working similar to the working plan prepared for a very short term or for a smaller areas, and we will be also studying about the difference between these two aspects. After working plans and working schemes, and here we will be also studying about the uh, working plans and working schemes significant role in the conserving the natural resources, which include the biodiversity, because that is the basis of any forest division, and how these documents are actually helping in conserving the resources will be dealt in detail. And finally, about the preparation and control, and the working plan preparation will not be considered as a completed document, uh, because once it started coming into force, the next important aspect is to monitor or oversee whether, as per the given prescription, whether the forest area is managed or not. So there are various control mechanisms are available just to check that these prescriptions are uh, enforced or executed in a proper way or not. Hence, these control norms also to be studied in detail. And also about the divisional working plans, as mentioned about that, these working plans are prepared for the particular forest division. That is the basic unit of forest management, and this is there is another important term that is in the OLA, that is a management plan. So here we'll be studying about the divisional working plan, and how the working plan for a particular divisions are prepared, and how the process is initiated, and what are the various steps involved, that is the technical and administrative measure also studied here. And the final one is about the annual plan of operation, that is the once working plan is prepared for the duration of 10 years or 5 years, and another important step, that is the annual plan of operation. For every year, what are the different prescription along with the budget provision, that is part of annual plan of operation. Simply, it is called as APO. Friends, I try to give the overview of this chapter, that is the forest working plan, and the detailed presentation of each and every content given before you will be dealt in the future classes. Till now, stay tuned. SYLVA, a ladder to reach canopy. Thank you.